Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios. And here in studio, well, on panel and through. I can't say in studio unless you're actually standing
Yeah.
here, can I?
And it's not really a panel, it's just the two of us. This is a lot different from Weekly Winging It.
Yeah. But
So
here with
used
me
to it.
is Trippy Soul. Trippy, how are you?
Hey, pretty good. Just enjoying a little bit of a cool down from a heat wave that hit here recently, so it's getting a little bit nicer. Still pretty
Yeah.
warm though.
It's weird. It's been, surprisingly pleasant the last few days, and then today got muggy. I'm like,
I'm just thankful
oh,
I'm not in Florida.
yeah, right. But I was like, oh, I've been spoiled by this last couple of days. Dang it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for winter to start. It's been warm enough.
I I I'm not looking forward to that because I
Yeah,
don't
no.
like shoveling.
Uh,
And
oh
when
yeah,
it
that's right.
drops,
You
I
got to
have to
deal with
do them.
snow.
Yeah.
Don't have that problem out in
Well,
Southern
when
California.
you drive for a living, snow becomes quite obnoxious.
There was one time that I drove through the mountains here in where I live in Southern California. I don't know why I'm not saying it. San Diego, you all know where I live.
Yeah.
And it snowed. It was legit snowing up there, and that was like the one time I was freaking out. Luckily, my car is a all-wheel drive SUV, and I was able to drive through it, handle it pretty well. But there's one car that was spun out, but it was weird. It was bizarre.
Yeah, and all wheel kind of trumps four wheel when it comes to handling in snow, I think, for the most part. Not in every single case, but as just far as regular road handling, all wheel drive is usually a bit of a better option than four wheel, or
Yeah,
the standard four wheel. I
for
guess you
sure.
can consider all wheel a type of four wheel, right?
Yeah, it's mine's like electronic though. It just does it on its own. I don't put it into a setting.
Those computer traction control things.
Yeah.
Oh, Maji just popped in the chat. Maji, sorry guys
Oh
at
hey.
work. May your writing be productive. Thanks for popping on there, Maji. Always good to see you. And
One
one
of
of
these
these days,
days.
maybe I'll have one while you're not at work again, so you can join
Yeah.
again.
I was gonna say one of these days you might stop saying sorry so much.
That
That's
too. Maji Canadian.
change your name. So what are you working on?
I am still working on the draft. My goal is to have it ready for beta by this weekend, but realistically, I don't think it's going to be quite there until about mid next week.
Mm,
I'm still going to try,
yeah.
but what I'm doing is I'm going through it again and I'm looking double checking timelines and going, "Oh yes, this scene I have written here should be in the previous chapter." And this scene needs to be doctored up a little bit from other changes I've made before, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, checking the plot holes,
Yeah,
filling
and
the holes.
the continuity. I
Yeah.
plus I have a certain scene I haven't written yet. It's a transitional scene for a character, but I needed to make sure I knew exactly where it was going before I wrote that to make sure everything lines up properly.
Okay.
So that's so I'll be I'm my I'll spend my session tonight starting off with some cut and paste to put something in proper order, and then writing that scene. Now that I know how that scene's going to go, I just got to figure out what words I'm going to use to convey it.
Perfect.
How about you?
Well, I came up with this my next short story idea. It's basically a guy that discovers a cave with a great treasure inside, and he posts it on social media after it comes out, and he stands by this cave waiting for people to show up, and they eventually do. And the story is basically how the world handles the guy and this treasure in the cave. Yeah, yeah. Another thought that popped in my head when I was taking a shower. I'm like, okay, write this down. Just think
Those
of work.
thoughts of yours scare me. I read the last one, so beautifully written, and that ending made me go, Trippy, why do you keep doing this to me?
I think that's my MO. That's gonna be my style MO.
Well, you are a master at those open-ended conclusions to make you sit there
Yeah,
and think, not just on one level, but multiple levels. The not just like function, how did this happen, but also philosophical. What does this mean? It's very esoteric, yet it's definitely a conclusion nonetheless.
thank
Me,
you.
I'm
I'm
the
trying
other
to work
way
on that.
around. I like solid, firm. Boom. Now we know exactly how it went. So That's just not my kind of ending, but you are probably one of the best at them.
Thanks. That's what I was trying to like go for when I wanted to go into writing stuff. I wanted to stick out and do more language arts, like literature type stuff, out there. Not so much. I have my own like kind of world in my head too of something more direct. And if I go down to like actually writing that world, I'll put it in more like concrete format because it'll be geared towards young adults
Uh,
and they can't understand the
that
stuff
makes
I write
sense
right
why I
now
would
is more
like
for
that
like
because I'm
older
immature.
people. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I'm ready to get started when you are.
All right. Let me get the timer set. One of these days, I got to
What
figure
about
out how
music?
to actually display a timer on here.
We get some
Yes,
music too.
music too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope to, let me turn that down before I even hit play. Make sure the
Please.
loop is on. Yeah, last time the loop kept running out, and I was so into what I was doing, I didn't even notice it stopped. It was just we're broadcasting dead air, and I didn't notice it until was it you that mentioned it? Were
Yeah,
you?
I think it was. This is what I like about writing too. That you really get to focus in on it and get you out of your head.
Yeah, Gino mentioned something to me, and I like his idea. I would really like to start getting uh, Iron Age musicians' music on here for while we're doing the stream, rather than just StreamYard stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that could be a thing. Totally make that happen. Just gotta reach out to Evely and Chill Kid and who else? Some other people that make music. Michael Harris?
Isn't there somebody doing synthwave right now? I
I think
mean,
it's Michael
besides
Harris.
Chill Kid, obviously does a lot of that, but I
Yeah,
mean, I thought somebody else was doing some synthwave stuff too.
yeah, because he was using Spotify and he was asking around like what other stuff, and we recommended Bandcamp, which I think Chill Kid uses. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Michael Harris. Maybe not.
No, but what I think would be cool is if I could get the okay from all of them, like start rotating their songs through every session. We pick another one and just rotate through their stuff instead of StreamYards and more StreamYards. I mean, this is cool and all, but
That's good enough. Yeah,
I
for
want
now.
I want people to
Could
hear
be
their
better.
music.
Yeah, it could be better.
Let me get that timer set. I'm over here yapping. By the way, how do I sound with this? Because I was when I was clipping videos, I'm like noticing sometimes I sound fine, other times I'm really garbled.
The compressions of the StreamYard. Yeah, definitely
Yeah, I was
adjusts a
wondering
bit.
if where I was holding the mic is making a difference.
It comes like a metallic sound every now and then, but I'm pretty sure it's just a StreamYard compression, right?
Yeah,
Whatever it does.
especially though when we have a big panel, and we all start kind of throwing ideas out at the same time, and I actually got to be kind of impressed how much data is dealing with in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Is the music volume good?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's perfect. I think we're all set up to go.
Alrighty, then the time begins now.
Mm. Freaking spam. Always makes me jump.
Me too. Let me get back to the screen. Ah, there you are. Oh, and Ace Burner hopped in while we were doing this.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. He said, I feel the strong itch to write tonight, but my computer died again yesterday, so I can't type. And I injured my wrist, so I can't write by hand. Oh, that sucks.
Ugh.
I could see him with an old cheap cell phone in the text to speech program, talking into it. Just record this stuff for me. I'll transcribe it later.
Probably getting pissed off by the poor translation of the phone.
That is like frustrating as hell.
I don't use it. I don't know how Royce can use it. I don't use it.
What's that?
Text to speech. I have to write out my messages. I don't talk into my phone.
If what I'm writing is more than a sentence long on Gilded, and I'm on the phone, I will use text to speech, because when I'm typing, usually I get the suggested words, and oh look, there's the word I'm trying to type right there. Tap that and it puts it in mine. That doesn't work when I'm on Gilded on the phone. And half the time I can vaguely remember how to spell a word, and I use that suggested words to select the right one to make sure the spelling is correct.
Yeah, I don't know why Gilded doesn't do a highlight spelling errors either.
Yeah.
You have to really be...
it does for me. It highlights
Really?
them for me.
I know the PC doesn't highlight it. I know using Gilded actually kind of improved my writing skills, because I have to pay attention to like what I'm typing there and make sure I'm spelling it correctly.
Well, half the time I look up, my misspells are reversed letters.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And I do the same. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, that is not how I remember typing it. And other times I look at it like, I don't think it looks right either way, you know?
Yeah.
So how'd it go for you?
Let's see here. I think I got 206 words. Yeah, 206 words. I'm gonna slap down right now, which is pretty good. One paragraph done. Sorry, my second one. I think I know where I want to go with it. I have it outlined, so I'm still pretty much on the first part where he's through the cave, going through the treasure.
I actually have no idea how many words I put in.
I hope you're not claustrophobic. So I'm going to just say right now. Because I'm making the first paragraph here very claustrophobic. You ever see those videos of guys spelunking in cave, you know, like going through those tight crevices and stuff like that?
No, I don't watch those because I don't know why, but I feel like I can't breathe when I see those. I feel like there's something pressing in on my chest.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm perfectly fine, I can breathe. It's like I'm actually holding half a breath for a while without realizing it. And it goes the same for like when I see people when they got their face all bundled up and covered. I see that over their mouth. I start to get that same feeling.
Oh yeah, drowning in
and
water.
So drowning movies or suffocation movies, those are out for me. I don't watch those because it physically hurts me to watch them. Strangely enough, I don't know why. It makes no sense, but
I'm trying to capture that energy in my words and see if I could do that. If I can present that the same way with my story here. This opening just make you go, why are you doing this? Don't worry, I'll let you know.
I have no doubt your talent in presenting the story very well. I just don't know why, after everything I said, you still expect me to read it. That does not sound like fun for me.
It's only the first paragraph. Like I said, I think I explained before. The way I approach my writing is knowing where I want the emotion of the reader to be. So if I'm setting up this tight scene right away, I'm not gonna let that go for too long. I'm gonna give you a release after a little bit, and like literally the next paragraph.
I don't know, but if I'm already running from it like a scared little wuss just based on your description, I'm sure you're writing it very well.
Thanks. I think I gotta go up and polish this. This one I'm doing third person past tense. The last one was first person past tense. Yeah. I think I like third person.
Yeah,
I don't. I did the other one first person just to give it a try,
yeah.
experimenting.
What? Just. I guess is probably different for everybody, but for me, I find it tougher to read first person. I like the third person.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that too. The only ones that I find exceptions are noir detective stories, like if when it's playing the detective, like that role. For some reason, I like it. My mind can process it
Yeah,
easier.
a detective story or cop story is pretty good in first person.
Hmm.
I mean,
But
hell, even I guess you could kind of consider the TV show Burn Notice to be first person because the main character narrates as he
hmm
goes.
exactly.
But I don't know why. Outside of that, it's usually
Yeah, I
usually not
can't
my
think of
favorite.
sci-fi first person. I wouldn't read like a sword and sorcery first person. No.
Yeah. Now, one that I'm reading that it's tripping me out a little because this is the first time I've ever read a book in present tense.
Yeah.
That
That's what
that
I'm.
took a little mental adjustment too.
So when I wrote my first screenplay, it has to be written in present tense. Like it has to,
Yeah, because
because
it's
everything's presently
actors
happening.
doing it.
Hmm. So when I went from that to writing a more novel, like traditionally, I learned sometimes I'd flip between third past tense and present tense, and I had to check my basically my words to make sure I'm being consistent with it all. That was my huge mistake, and I'm just now kind of correcting it and getting used to like conditioning myself to stay in the tense, not present or the past. Where are you at? Make sure you're staying there.
Yeah. I was nervous that when I opened up and the prologue was first person present tense, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have such a tough time reading this. But then it went to
Yeah.
third person present tense. And I kind of had to make that same adjustment in my head that I made to read your screenplay because it
Uh,
is still weird for me reading it present tense. But if I
that
think of it in that same way, it's a lot easier for me to read.
that's the thing. For my novel, like my whole outline for my planned Q100.9 novel, I want to write that in third person present tense. I want everything to be presently happening. You know, just because the artistry of it. I don't know. It just the story wants
Yeah.
to be told that way. We got time for one more.
Sure. Let's see where you got. We got just over 20 minutes before 8 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock is when Royce starts Comic Shop Wednesday.
Perfect.
And I think we need to be over there watching what's going on with that because that looks like it's going to be as fun as usual. RC Scott has popped in.
Oh hey,
What's
what's
up,
up?
man?
It's been a minute.
Good to see you. Wait, what is that he's holding? A skull?
Yeah, it's a skull.
Because it
Very
looks
cool.
translucent. I can see the moon through it. So, neat picture, though. All right, let me get that timer ready. This is a scene that I've been having a tough time forcing myself to write, and now that I'm here mid writing it,
Yep.
the alarm interrupted me. Dang it! It's weird. Double-edged sword is what gets you going, but it stops me. Dang it!
Yeah. I'll put you right back into it now.
Alrighty, 15 minutes starting now.
Let's lighten this up.
That's it.
Good timing.
I think I got that wrapped up myself.
Perfect.
Andrew Campbell popped in while we were at it. What's happening? And we're just
Nice.
working on our stuff because when left to our own devices, we don't get anything done. So we make each other show up here,
Yes.
practically
ourselves.
forcing us to get something accomplished.
Yay.
How'd it go for you?
Another 230 words. So I got like 492 words written down right here. It's like 500 words. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking I need to Google some information on caves to like know the parts, because caves have like different parts. I know stalagmites,
Yeah,
stalactites, but there's
stalag-
more lingo I need to know.
and then there's the stalagnate,
Yeah,
which is the one
I'm
that
using the crevice
fuses
he's
together in
crawling
the middle and
through.
forms a pillar.
Mm-hmm. So I'm realizing, if I really want to describe this cave, I
Yeah.
have to Google some cave
Yeah.
terminology.
And what's strange is Microsoft Word does not recognize stalagnate as an appropriately spelled word.
Hmm.
I typed in stalagnate and it kept telling me it's wrong. It's wrong. I'm looking it up. No, it's not. So yeah, I actually think I managed to wrap that scene up. I didn't think I would get it completely finished, and kind of surprised myself. But I, I, I put them in the proper order around the other events happening. I went and double checked the timeline. Then I got that transitional scene written in, and it went a little smoother than I thought it would. So, woohoo!
Perfect. Yeah. Job accomplished. I just got
Yeah.
the invite for Comic Shop Wednesday, so I gotta hop over to that now.
Alrighty, yeah, I'll be watching. Tell everybody over there I said hey.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having me on here. We should
Oh yeah,
definitely do
and
this.
I'll also tell them to buy my book.
Right?
Tell them I'm quoting Herman P. Hunter.
Buy the book. All right, will do.
All right, actually, is he on there tonight?
Who?
Herman?
No, I think it's just Stormcrow said he's on there. So Stormcrow and I and Royce. Hopefully another one hops on, but we'll see. I guess people are
All
a little
right.
busy.
I'll probably be popping in and out of the chat. As you know, I'm usually listening, but I'm not always at the keyboard, so that's why I come back and I go to read through what everyone was saying. I'm like, oh, I've lost the plot long ago. Never mind.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll catch you on the flip side.
All right, have a good one then. Flip side. And I guess that means this is a good time to wrap it up. Oops, I still got Andrew Campbell on the screen there. There we go. All right. So that means I just got to find the music and we can take this out. Thank you, everyone who stopped by. And for those who are working on scripts, happy reading. I look forward to hearing what you did. Y'all have a great night. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like. If you didn't, I appreciate you stopping by. See you next time. God bless.